EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. One ticket remaining to be punched for the championship round next week. We're all set and off we go on EA Sports. First and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well. Now a give up the middle, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this out to his running back. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Returning is Tutu Atwell. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He connects with Jordan Addison. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Flowers with the catch. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. To the right side, that's St. Brown.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, his defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
On 1st and 10, it's Cora. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. First carry here for Kyron Williams. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards.
That's a gain of 5.
1 quarter down in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Higbee. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. On the return, here's Atwell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Darnell Wright, guilty that time. Back to throw. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now, faking the give. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. 20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Rams 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made.
The main goal for these quarterbacks when they're facing zone defense, Mike, is to identify the soft spots quickly. You need your guys to get open and stay open all before that defense has a chance to get home with their rush. They want to tie the coverage in with the rush unit. Like you see here, when you can get good protection and your receivers can get open and find those open spots, you deliver the ball on time, there's a lot of room to operate. And just like that, you go from second and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in third and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. A throw right side is intercepted. And the Rams will take over here at their own 12.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
The most valuable real estate on the field, Mike, that every offense is trying to attack is the middle of the field. So when you have a tight end who's as good as this guy and you can get vertical down the middle, man, that is a nightmare for these defenses to deal with.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's into the hands of Cora. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Back to the air one more time. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Like, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day.
And he's into the end zone. Blake Cora. Touchdown, Rams. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Kaiir Elam.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This officially a 58-yard attempt. Carty's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Working the sideline, that's St. Brown.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On the ground, it's Corum. And he's near the 1st down, stopped a little short of the 40. 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run it here with Corum. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up 4th down. So it's 4th down, hunting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. McLeod to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll stick with him again. He'll get about 2. Kirby Joseph there to make the play. Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Cora. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And the Rams have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A gain there of 11. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Once again, it's Corum. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Second down and 8. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Ethan Evans in punt formation.
1 quarter remains for it. The Rams punting unit coming out as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
1 yard.
Now, faking the give. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football at their own 23. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Open man, left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. That is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And 3rd down coming up.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Miami.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the 2nd round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a 1st rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to lose a yard as he steps out of bounds. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And an Eagle 1st down.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They come up for 2nd and 2. complete left side to Worthy. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
So there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield.
And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Cora. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. It is 3rd and 10. It's another run here for Williams.
And Williams is the ball carrier. He gave right there on the tackle. A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down. Ethan Evans in punt formation.
So it's a win here for the Rams.